Peace and love, y'all. Peace and love. Let me go ahead and get this message out real quick. I am pissed off. When I say I'm pissed off and I'm embarrassed at the same damn time, I literally just went to go get me something to eat. I'm already a vegetarian. Y'all already know I don't eat nothing for real. Folks already crack jokes talking about something. You don't eat nothing but bird food and grass and all that stuff. Okay, whatever. Enough with the damn jokes. At the end of the day, I get hungry too, just like everybody else. Just because I don't eat no damn meat don't mean you get to treat me in the kind of way. Or you get to tease me and talk about me and mock me, okay? Fuck you too. So yeah, I got an attitude because I'm hangry. So this message gonna be a little hangry. But respect, understand where I'm coming from, okay? At the end of the day, I've been in the house all day, chilling, minding my little business. Okay, minding my little business. I ain't really had no groceries in the house, so I was like, all right, shit, I'm gonna go get me something, grab me something to eat real quick because I ain't had a chance to go grocery shopping yet. So I'm gonna go grab me a bite to eat real quick. I ain't gonna tell y'all where I went because I ain't trying to put the folks out there like that. But hell, I'm probably gonna be put out there like that. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody recorded me. Cause yeah, it was definitely worth a show. But at the end of the day, moral of the story is I pull up to this place. There's no car in the driveway. There's nobody but me. I pull up and the people that taking my order, I tell them, hey, I want my food. Can I get my food cooked fresh? The dude literally hits the mic and he's like, hey, she wants her food cooked fresh. She does not mind, waiting. Boom. They're like, okay, cool. So boom, slide my card. Card don't really go through right then because they was doing something with the machine. So then he had to reslide my card. So then that took about a good 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So boom, I slide around the front to go get my food. And boom, as soon as I get there, they're handing me a bag. And I know the food ain't been cooked fresh because it ain't been but 3 minutes. And I know it take 5 minutes or plus to cook something fresh, depending on what you eat. So because I'm telling these people I asked for my food to be cooked fresh, the people that's giving me my food in the window feel the need to argue me down and tell me it just came up and I'm like, well, y'all, I don't know that. I just pulled up and every time I ask my food to be cooked fresh, it seems to be a problem. I don't know why. You get what I'm saying? Because I like the food. I like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to deal with no attitude with my fucking food. And that's what I'm speaking about on this live because why do we have to deal with funky ass energy from black folk establishments? I'm going to say that shit again. Why do I have to deal with funky ass energy from black folk food establishments? All because I'm trying to patronize your business. And two, because I want some good food with seasoning on it. But just because your food got seasoning on it, don't mean your food the only food in town, that's good. You can lose business, black folk. And dear black folk, a lot of y'all got businesses in Tuscaloosa that y'all are opening up. You're struggling to keep them open, right? You probably wouldn't have to struggle if your customer service was top tier. I'm going to say that again. You will not have to struggle if your customer service is top tier. Your customer service and your display, how you display your business matters. Fuck all that fake promotion that y'all be doing and all of that to draw customers. If you're going to draw your customers, make sure that you're going to treat them with love, kindness, and respect when they do come and show up and patronize your business that's keeping you afloat, that's paying your bills and putting food in you and your children's mouth. Understand? I don't care if we're spending $2, $3. I don't care if we're spending $20, $50, $35, $100. I don't care. I don't care if we dressed up in a big ass suit, a nice fancy suit with jewelry, or we dressed up in a sleeper in a onesie or whatever. At the end of the day, you treat everybody equally. I don't care if I'm homeless or what. You treat everybody with respect and love and dignity and class, right? And the reason why I'm saying this is because I just had to get out of character. All I wanted was just get my little food fresh, like I asked for, nicely. I didn't expect to have to get out of my car, go inside this place, and raise all type of hell. Y'all, I'm in these folks' restaurant literally yelling to the top of my lungs because the crew has disrespected me so bad in the driveway. Because all I asked for was to give me my food fresh. And when I realized that they wanted to argue me down, at this point, I don't even want to eat the fucking food. At this point, I don't even trust y'all because you might do something to my food. You might spit in it. You might put it on the floor. I don't know what y'all might do. Because it is that in 2026, y'all like to play with folks' food. So that's a dangerous game to play. And I don't play stuff like that. That's why I don't eat out. This is why I cook at home. Because y'all play too damn much for me. And you young folks want a job, but you don't want to work. And this is what pissed me off is because these were young people. See, I come from an era where what the customers say is right, whether we're wrong or not. Because at the end of the day, the customer is what pay your bills. The customer is what keep your business coming, right? So when you standing in the window arguing with the customer, regardless, black, white, Chinese, I don't give a fuck what color we are. And I guess because y'all felt like I'm your color, that you could holler and talk back to me like I'm just nobody. When all I wanted was my food, so I can come back home and clean up my damn food and do scratch my ass and be glad to do whatever else I was gonna do. But no, I had to get out of the car in my sleeping clothes and come into this restaurant and act all kind of food, and not in a bad way to where, oh, I'm slapping stuff off the counters or no, I'm raising my voice. I'm yelling because first of all, I'm a customer and I deserve respect, and I'm spending my hard-earned money in this establishment, and I was the only car in the driveway in the parking lot. So you should have been ready to serve me top tier service. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who I am, what I look like, or what I ordered. You still should be serving me with top tier service. Don't give me no lipping. Oh, well, she want her. Matter of fact, after y'all done argue me down, anybody should want their money back. You shouldn't trust anybody. If you done ask somebody once or twice to cook your food fresh and they won't do it, ask for your money back. Stop letting people shit on you and treat you any kind of way. First of all, we're already living in a fucked up ass world. The government chewing us alive, robbing us blind. Every store has raised up their prices. The products have gotten worse. The quality is shitty, but the prices are high. Okay? And then now we're going to these restaurants, spending our hard-earned money, and we still getting shitty food. We can't even get our food cooked hot and fresh now. Now I got to beg you to cook my food hot and fresh now. But you ain't asking for you ain't got to beg for my money to be hot and fresh. And then on top of that, I got to give you my money right then. But then when I ask for a refund, I got to wait 3 to 5 business days to get my money. See what I'm saying? So this why it's best to get my food fresh the first time, because when I asked them for my food to be cooked fresh, they're like, well, you hadn't even got the bag. You hadn't even touched it. You hadn't even checked it. It's not my job to check the food. It's y'all's job. I don't get paid. I'm not on your clock to check to see if the food is hot. You should automatically know the food is piping hot before it leaves the window every time. Not just once or twice or just when you cook something fresh. Because nowadays, y'all think it's okay to leave shit sitting under a heat wave. And y'all think we don't know. Y'all think we can't tell. We know when the food is old. We can tell when that shit been sitting under a heat wave all day. This is why we need health departments to get back on their job again. Because now food people in food industries think that they can just feed us anything. We already eating plastic and paper and whatever else. But not only that, our own people. It's our own freaking people. You get what I'm saying? It's our own freaking people that want to mistreat you and give you any old thing and think that, oh, okay, you supposed to just take it. No, baby. No. I can hear me. All right. But at the end of the day, moral of the story is I'm sick and tired of the fact that I got to argue people down about when I spend my money. I don't care if I bought a French fry. Bitch, cook my French fry hot and fresh every time. I don't want no lukewarm 5-minute old, 6-minute old sitting under the heat wave ass French fries. I used to work in restaurants and baby, they didn't play about French fries going out the window cold. Because guess what? French fries everybody love. So at the end of the day, if French fries will pay your bill, damn it, I'm gonna make sure them French fries are good and hot and seasoned and cooked with love. And that's all I asked for, was to cook my stuff with love. Don't give me no lip. I don't care what you just did. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not working in there with you, so I don't know what you just did. All I'm saying is if I ask you to cook my food fresh, I know it takes at least 5 to 7 or 10 minutes to cook whatever it is that I'm asking for. I don't have a problem with pulling over and waiting because I understand most of y'all are probably on going off on time in your driveways, and I ain't trying to run your time up. I'm not trying to make your life hard, but don't make my life hard, because when you make my life hard, now I got to make your life hard. At this point in time in my life, I'm sick and tired of being quiet and letting folks just get away with wasting my money and wasting my fucking time. No, I'm finna start raising hell. I'm finna start opening my mouth and letting you know when you getting on my nerves. I'm finna start letting you know when you're out of line and you're disrespectful. I'm finna start letting you know when you about to fuck around and find out. And tonight, I had to show a side of myself that I ain't seen in ages. And thank God that the manager that was the other managers that was on schedule, on shift. Mind you, I'm in the window talking to I guess a food guy, and then you got the other manager, the assistant manager. She's giving me lip. Both of them giving me lip. So then I find out one of the other managers that I happen to know works there. So I'm like, let me talk to her for a second. And so she's in the back. She's like, well, I'm on the line right now. And I'm like, tell her to come here. And, and I'm trying to get her to come so we can diffuse the situation. But she, she's like, well, I just brought them up. She hadn't even had a chance to see who it is. And I'm like, this is unprofessional all the way around, the way they handle it and taking care of this. So finally, she see who I am. And I'm like, you know what? At this point, I don't even want the food. Because I done got to go through 3, 4, 5,000 people to tell me that the food is cooked fresh. And I ain't saying that it's not. But my thing is you could have went to the back and just cooked mine. If you seen that I wasn't trying to take that food, you could have easily said, all right, man, we'll just go and, cook it for you. And that right there would have diffused it immediately, right? But no, they want to force me to take this bag that they swear up and down is fresh, but don't nobody know it's fresh. Just like they never do. And I've went there the last 3, 4 times, and I've had to deal with something similar where I'm like, oh, can I get my food fresh? And they're like, oh, yeah. But then I get the food and it's not fresh. So now I got to turn back around, reorder the food, and wait on it. Now you done wasted my fucking time. You're wasting my money. You're wasting my energy, because my time is my energy, and my time I can't fucking get back. So if I got to spend my gas and my money and my time and my energy to turn around and come back inside of your establishment to get you to remake some food your stanky ass should have made right the first fucking time, you goddamn right I'm gonna act a fool. And especially when I'm hangry. You don't know if I ain't ate in days. You don't know if I don't have no food in the house, which I didn't, which, by the way, that's why I was hangry. So at the end of the day, when people come to your restaurant, the last thing you want to do is give them some lip, because they're going to have an attitude because they're hungry. So don't get no attitude with me if you don't expect me to get no attitude back. So now I got to pull my car around, jump out the car, and act like a hood girl, show them you ain't gonna just talk to me any kind of way. So then I get in the inside, and the manager that I knew, now she comes to the front and she's trying to calm me down, but now I'm trying to tell her, get out the way. Now I'm finna eat your crew alive because your crew got me fucked up. Excuse my French, y'all. Sorry I'm cussing so much, but I'm angry because now I'm realizing that this beautiful woman, who's a great manager, by the way, she's got this fucked up crew behind her who's standing there doing nothing, and they talking a lot of shit, but they ain't working. Standing and leaning. I can remember back in the day when they said if you can lean, you can clean. And a lot of them was in there leaning. And mind you, ain't one but one car in the parking lot. You got 2 people in the inside. So ain't enough people. It's too many people on the clock. Half of y'all should have been cut anyway. Shouldn't even been on the clock. But at the end of the day, y'all in there paying these people to stand on your clock and talk shit to your customers. You wonder why you ain't had no people in the parking lot. So I had to go ahead and let these people know, first of all, I pay your fucking bills. Just like me and other customers, anybody else who come in here and pay to get their food, we pay your bills. So if you don't want to work, then go by all means, quit this job, leave. But you can't be talking to everybody crazy, because you never know who you talking to. You never know who you are entertaining, and you never know who. And see, y'all, they didn't know that I knew the other manager. And the other manager would never, because she always handled business professionally. But because she's working under some young, dumb children nowadays, these 2026 lazy ass kids working in all these restaurants, they just getting jobs because y'all need to get out your mama's house and get a car. But half of you can't cook, and you're throwing these kids in these restaurants and they fucking it up for everybody. And we got to eat this shitty food because your kids can't cook, but they just need a job. And we trying to be nice because they need a job. Oh, look at little tortilla shell. Oh, he been needing a job, but little tortilla shell can't cook worth a flip. Little tortilla shell got a badass attitude. Little tortilla shell in there threatening the customers. Like tonight, I got threatened by a gay man who thinks he's a woman. And see, that's another problem. That's what really got me upset. It's the fact that, listen, be a gay man. Be a gay man. But don't thank you me. Don't think that you can come up against a woman. Okay? Any man, I don't care how many whatchamacallits you take up your get down, does not give you the right to raise your hand up at a woman or even threaten a queen. Understand? And this man felt the need to threaten me on the clock, named Daryl. He know he is. I hope he find this live. Yep. And I will be doing a review on him and Miss Morgan. I sure will. So at the end of the day, instead of me acting a fool in the way that they expected me to act, because they expected me to come in there and I guess act all ghetto. I was yelling, but I was saying some stuff that made sense. See, that's why I said it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. And yeah, I was loud, but I said things with love. And I let them know that at the end of the day, the customer is always right regardless. That's how business was ran, always been ran. And we need to get back to that. Even though, yeah, there do be some shitty customers, and the customers are not always right, if I'm going to be technical and honest about it. But when you're in a business establishment, and if you want to keep your business afloat and you want things to go smoothly, the customer is always right. I don't care if they're wrong. Do what you need to do to keep your establishment going. So I politely asked this woman for a refund. In the meantime of telling them that I'm going to do a review, they don't have to worry about me coming back to that establishment anymore. I already don't even like to go to eat at black establishments for that reason, because they think they shit don't stink. They think they can, because they think because they food good that you can mistreat folks, you treat folks any kind of way. Most of y'all don't even need to be in business. I see now how we lost control, how our own people lost control of everything back then. I see. Because your mouth nasty, your attitude bad, you stingy, you scared of righting a wrong. You scared. You scared of righting a wrong. So, at the end of the night, at the end of the day, this woman knew I was unsatisfied. Okay? She finally went to the back after she gave me my refund and still said, I'm going to recook your food. I'm going to cook your food and bring it to you. Gave me my food. Y'all ain't going to lie. Part of me scared of eating it. Because I acted food on her shift. But I did it in good reason, because I'm tired of letting folk get away with mistreating me because they think I'm just, oh, she's sweet, she innocent, you can talk to her any kind of way. No, you can't. No. So then not only did I get out and I act a fool in a good way, I know y'all probably like, how you do that? Don't worry about it, stay focused. But at the end of the day, I found out that this man been doing this to folk. This man been getting away with this type of attitude. And the front of your house matters. Who you got in the front running your business matter. Because if they got bad energy and bad attitudes, and you looking around and you wonder why ain't nobody patronizing your business, that's probably why. It's probably the person you got running the front of your business. And see, this person didn't know I was a host myself. And see, I pride myself on good service, good business. Wherever I work. It don't matter where I work. Even if I work for myself, I still pride myself on good business. I'm not going to give bad business. I'm not going to give shitty service just because I feel like it. I give quality service every time. If I can't, I'm not going to deliver it. Feel me? Confirmation. At the end of the day, I pride myself on good service. I pride myself on good service. So at the end of the day, it don't matter what it is. I make jewelry. And if my customer is unsatisfied, then I'm going to try to do what I can to make sure my customer is satisfied if I can. And if my customer isn't satisfied, then, hey, I apologize. Hopefully maybe can make it better next time. But at the end of the day, it's your duty to make sure your customers are satisfied each and every time to keep your people coming. And if you can get some regulars, oh, that's even more better, because regulars bring more regulars. But a lot of y'all don't care. Y'all in the time now where y'all think y'all could just treat any and everybody any kind of way and think we're going to keep coming back. No, bitch. I'm not finna keep paying your bills and you handing me out cold food. I'm not finna keep letting you get away with giving me shitty service and I ain't said nothing about it. Every time I come, I got to deal with your attitude. No, I'm finna start doing a review on y'all little asses. I don't care because I know your mom and your dad. I don't care because I went to school with them. I don't care because you get fired. You don't care about getting fired, so why should I? I remember when I was 15, 16, my first job was at Checkers. Baby, let me tell you something. I worked that job like it was my last job. And you couldn't tell me nothing. You couldn't tell me nothing, baby. I was in that window, working that window like it was nothing. I worked that sucker like I was at doggone a high-end restaurant. Because at the end of the day, I knew that that's how I was gonna have to pay I was gonna have to pay my way through life and take care of myself. So I'm not gonna mistreat the hands that feed me. And a lot of y'all mistreat what feeds you in these establishments because you work there. You think because you got the job, you're on the other side of the counter that you above the law and the rules. No, boo. Oh, you think because I'm black, I'm stupid? You want to talk to a white person like that? You want to talk to no Chinese person like that? You want to talk to nobody else like that? Well, why you want to talk to me like that? Because you think because you black too? Just because you black don't mean you get to get away with mistreating me. Fuck you too. So, you know, I feel bad that I would have to act a fool on this woman's shift like this. But then again, I'm glad I did because she's so used to being quiet. This woman is such a top tier worker. She's passionate about her job. She take care of people. She makes sure everybody's happy. But she can't help the people she work with. She can't help that she working with a bunch of shitty ass people. And so at the end of the day, she got to come out in front of me and try to calm me down. Meanwhile, she ain't the one that pissed me off. It's her crew. And her crew standing behind her with this little smirky smile on their face like, yeah, we straight, but you finna get handled. Nah, ain't no handling me. Y'all finna get handled. Y'all gonna learn and y'all gonna find out today. You're gonna learn how to be respectful. You never know who you entertaining, bro. You never know who know who. And y'all fuck up a lot judging me by my cover. And see, that's why I let a lot of y'all underestimate me purposely. And then I open my mouth, and then when I open my mouth, whoa! And so when I started raising hell tonight, this woman said, I ain't never seen you act like that. I said, I know. She said, this not you. I said, I know. She said, you ain't never, I know. So for me to get out of my car and come in this business in front of other people and act a fucking fool, that means something. That means y'all pushed me to my limit because I'm slow to anger. I'm a calm person. I'm patient. I'm kind and I'm sweet. But I also got a bitchy side to me too. And I will bite your fucking head off. And see, a lot of people, I done put that girl to sleep. That's Nunu. See, I let Nunu rest because I know how Nunu can act a fool. And when Nunu raise up, ain't no calming her down. And see, a lot of y'all done forgot that Nunu got that side of her because of this sweet, earthy side of me. Right? But see, don't forget it. Don't get it twisted. I'm a perfect balance of the two. I'm light and I'm dark. And so tonight I had to show my dark side, unfortunately, but fortunately, because part of me feel embarrassed that I had to get out of character. But then part of me feel like I'm not embarrassed because it needed to happen. Everything that happened must happen. And so I wore black and white, right? Black and white represent dark and light. And so I literally, and then I got on my little animal print, y'all. Y'all already know it's like I was automatically just like, raw. And so it's like, that's what your clothes represent, the energy you in. So it's like, first of all, I'm in a sleeper in a nightgown at the same time, okay? I ain't got on no socks or nothing. I'm literally in what most people would say fighting clothes. Only thing I'm missing is a bonnet. So when I pulled up to this window and they giving me all this lip, most ghetto folks would have probably got at the car. They would have been fighting or whatever, whatnot. No, I politely pulled my car around the front. I went inside the business and I brought my purse and my ID and everything, whatever y'all need, because I need my refund. Because I'm not finna take this type of energy from y'all. And so, you know, thank God, you know, that the woman was handling it correctly and she was trying to calm me down in front of everything. But I'm like, nah, ain't no calming me down because this crew need to understand they can't talk to everybody crazy. I don't care what I look like. I don't care how much money I spend. I don't care because you got your nose turned up at me. Don't disrespect me, bro. You don't know me. And this man in the window handing me my food, when I come back in and let him know how he was out of line, he threatens me, y'all. This man threatens me. Matter of fact, fuck that. I want to put their name out there, but then I don't want to put their name out there. I'm going to keep it. I don't know. It depends on how I feel by the time I get to the end of this live. Because y'all know me. I really don't care at this point. I'm really tired of keeping shit on the hush. And I'm really tired of trying to spare people that don't need to be spared. And so at the end of the day, I went to Zaxby's on Skyline. Yeah. And I asked for my food to be cooked fresh. I get to the window, and a guy named Daryl at the window was handing me my food, and he refused to give me my food fresh. Then he proceeds to talk to his manager, Morgan. And Morgan comes to the window, and she begins to argue with me about my food as well. So then I have to get out of the car and go in the inside and talk to another manager above them who I happen to know. And Mr. Darrell decides to threaten me, a gay man. He threatens me. I come around and slap the fuck. You would do what? You gonna slap me for what? Because I want my food fresh? Because I'm paying my hard-earned money to pay your funky ass bill? To keep your butt plug up your ass? Excuse me, but don't excuse me. So you damn right I'm mad. You damn right I got an attitude. And why are you threatening a customer, Daryl? So yeah, if anybody know Daryl over there on Skyline at Zaxby's, let him know 7 blew the horn on him. He needs to be fired immediately. I don't know who the GM is above him. He needs to be fired immediately. And Miss Morgan might need to go behind him because she was advocating it. Instead of her being a manager and diffusing the situation, she actually fueled it. She gaslit it. And y'all don't need people like that, because I know Zaxby's would never. Back in the day, you could never pull up in that parking lot and it's empty. I pulled up in that parking lot tonight, y'all, and it was empty. And I understand that they had the little movies, everybody at the movies tonight. But literally, there was no car in the parking lot except for 2 people that was in the inside. I was the only car in the driveway, in the drive-thru. I remember back in the day, you could barely even get to the drive-thru. So that says a lot about y'all establishment. The business is going down. Why is the business going down? Because of the people you have representing the front of your house. Yeah, the people you have running in front of your business matter. I don't care what it is. If you got a nasty attitude, a person, first of all, who appearance is dirty looking, they're unclean, that's the first problem. When you pull up, I pull up to the window to get my food, and you look dirty. And then you turn around and you give me a dirty attitude to go with your dirty appearance, makes it even worse. So then that makes me not want to come and eat here anymore when I'm already a picky eater, right? Because, yeah, picky eaters do exist. Not everybody just take any old thing and eat it. I'm not one of them. You could just feed anything and expect me to shut up and walk away. Hell no. If that shit ain't cooked, it ain't fresh, if it stank and it don't look good, I don't want it. Don't put it in my fucking face. So if I ask for my food to be cooked fresh, Daryl, Morgan, do that. Because if that was you and that was me on the other side of that window, I would have did that quickly. Just like that. Why? Because you're right. You're the customer. I'm the employer. I'm the employee. Whether I'm a manager or I'm a cashier or a food runner, whatever I am, whatever my position is, I'm going to play that part well. And if you can't play your position right, you don't need to be in it. You don't deserve that position. You need to move out of there. Good confirmation again. That's why the lights keep going off. Confirmation. At the end of the day, if you can't play your part, play your part. When that Pimp C said, play your part. Play your part. Oh, nah, that might have been Andre 3000. And anyway, stay focused. At the end of the day, don't be in that position if you can't play that part. So if you know you can't cook, if you know you don't if you don't have good customer service, if you know you're unclean, you got bad attitude, you don't need to work in food. Because we can feel the energy that you're in through our food. Food carries energy. And this is why I'm a very, very picky eater. I'm very picky on where I go and eat at. I'm very choosy on who I eat with. Because food and your beverages carry energy. So who's serving your food? Are they serving your food with love, care, kindness? respect, good energy. Did they cook it with all of those? So it matters because you can taste it when you eat your food. The food should be hot. It should be fresh. It should taste good as well as look good. Because presentation is everything. I eat with my eyes first. So if I look at my food and it automatically screams old, nasty, stale, cold, my body is not going to receive it well. So this is what I'm saying to you. If you want to bring home a fat check and you work in a food establishment, go out of your way to make sure your customers are satisfied. Stop just trying to get a bunch of customers because you want quantity and then forgot about the quality. We need to get back to quality, y'all. I'm tired of eating shitty food. I'm tired of eating shitty cakes because people making sweet treats and that shit ain't sweet at all. It ain't good. Some of it too sweet. I'm eating food that is completely nasty. It's either oversalted, undercooked. You can't even cook French fries right. You can't even. I ask for my food fresh. I shouldn't even have to ask for it fresh because it should be cooked fresh each and every time. Anytime I order, it don't matter what I order. Don't judge my food. I don't care if I order a piece of toast. Make sure that's the best piece of toast you ever sent out of that window because guess what? I might come back and buy 10 pieces of toast. And them 10 pieces of toast going to take care of your children. And if you treat me right, then guess what? You're going to get other customers and you treat them right and so on and so on. And then that'll bring more business. Like, at the end of the day, I can remember when our restaurants in town used to be placky. But now our restaurants in town are struggling. Some of y'all can barely even stay open. Why? Because of your shitty service, nasty attitudes, bad energy. I just left the restaurant I worked at for 4 months. Some of y'all know where it was. I ain't gonna say a name. BV. Let's just say that. Same energy. So many people love the food, but they complained about the bad energy. The front of the house, the lazy ass servers, the unclean restaurant. You're supposed to be delivering top tier service, but you delivering goddamn bottom of the barrel energy. So then when I started working there, I'm in there trying to bring some class to their so-called classy restaurant establishment. But at the end of the day, they was behind me acting like a bunch of asses. So I'm in the front, the only fool trying to make the restaurant look good, but behind me, now don't get it twisted. They were doing their job, but it was the energy that was still bad. Some of them were doing their job. I ain't gonna lie, I say all of them was, because I had a lot of customers that would come to me and be like, I love coming here. The food is good, but the energy bad. And the service is bad. We never get no good service. But I'm glad you working here because you the first good person I ever ran into. And I'm like, damn, it shouldn't be like that. They should be able to say we had good service each and every time. And so that's why I'm doing this live. Because too many of y'all are in food establishments just trying to make a quick dollar. But you don't care about the quality. You don't care about the quality, but you want a lot of customers, but your quality is bad. It don't match. That's like being stinking and dirty with some clean new clothes on. It don't work. So at the end of the day, give me quality and you will receive quantity. If you give out quality, you will receive quantity. I'm going to say it again. If you give out quality, you will receive quantity. But if you give out bullshit, you will receive just that. You get what you give out, baby. Haven't you heard what go up must come down? What goes around must come back around. Same go for you. You are no bigger than y'all ain't no better than the program. So at the end of the day, I pray y'all get this together. And I'm going to go still do my review. And black folks, just because you black don't mean I won't do a review on your establishment. I don't give a fuck. And a review will really hurt your establishment. And I don't like to hurt people unless they hurt me. And at the end of the day, I felt like this man threatened me. That means you reached out and you touched me. So I got to touch you back. And not in a way that you expect not to hurt you physically, but to bring justice because you're not going to keep treating people any kind of way. And especially with you being a gay man. Just because you gay does not give you the right to disrespect me as a woman. does not give you the right to threaten me. I don't care how many women you fought. You ain't gonna fight this one. I don't fight men. You wish to be me. You would never be me. So you could take that attitude somewhere else and check that in the mirror. Check that at the door, boo. But don't get mad at me because you hate yourself. Okay? And the reason why I say you hate yourself is because of the energy you gave me. Because if you gave me good energy, that means you treat yourself with good energy. So you only treat people the way you treat yourself. And because he treated me with that, go get her a refund. I said, baby, I'm not your peasant. It be your own people. Noble Drew Ali talked about this shit. Some of y'all don't even know who Noble Drew Ali is. Farrakhan talked about this shit. It be your own people. And see, y'all worried about the white folk. White folk they gonna put us back in slavery. They gonna do. No, it's y'all. Y'all putting us in slavery right now. The white folks ain't even gotta do it no more. White folks ain't even studying it no more. Here, the white folks love your ass now. It's your own black ass people that's talking to you any kind of way, mistreating you, disrespecting you, deceiving you, gaslighting you, doing all this stinking mess that they've been pointing their finger at other folks about for years and centuries, and now here they are doing it. And you think I'm gonna let your ass slide? I don't care if you just opened that business yesterday. If you give me bad service, bad attitude, bad energy, I'm gonna let you know one time, hey, this ain't right. I might try you again the second time. I ain't giving your ass no third strike. Third time your ass is out. Okay? It's like softball in my court. I'm not giving folks too many chances to fuck over me anymore. I'm just not. And so by me going in that restaurant speaking up, the manager who was trying to calm me down, which she did, she went and she went and, she gave me my refund and she still gave me the food and she didn't have to do that. And she came outside and talked to me. Because I kept telling her, talk to your crew. Don't talk to me, talk to your crew. And, at the end of the day, she's so used to being quiet, but see, me and her grew up together. And we grew up in the church. And that's another story for a different day. But we grew up in church and we grew up around families that want us to do this right here. Shut up. Hush, child. Hush. You can get raped. Hush, child. You can get beat. Hush, child. You feel me? And so I'm like, That's why I walked away from everybody, because my eyes too big, my mouth too big. I'm not finna hush no more. So they fucked around and found out tonight. So when I opened my mouth, she was like, I ain't never seen you act like that. I know. I said, maybe God allowed me to come in here tonight and act a fool for a reason so you can open your mouth too, because you keep letting folks get away with mistreating you. Oh, so everything happened for a reason. I'm not saying, and I'm not sending this message for nobody to go out here and act no fool just for no reason. I'm not telling y'all to go in folks' restaurants and give folks hell for no reason. I'm not sending that message. What I'm saying is, if you have an experience like I did tonight, which you simply just pulled up at the drive-thru, you ask for your food from the jump to be cooked fresh. You pull around to get your food, and you get into a debacle with the workers. That's when you kind of need to stand your ground. It's not about acting a fool. It's about standing your ground. And it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. So even though my voice was escalated, what I was saying made sense. I wasn't coming for nobody's character. I was not disrespecting nobody. But I did say what I meant. I told them, for one, I'm a customer and I deserve respect just like anybody else. Hold on, y'all. I said, for one, hold on. I'm a customer. I said, for one, I'm a customer and I deserve respect just like anybody else. I said, two, it don't matter what color of my skin does not mean you get to disrespect me. Three, I pay your fucking bills. I'm a customer. So that means I pay your bills hourly for you. So you're going to respect me. It don't matter what I spend. So I'm literally saying some stuff to them that they ain't never heard. I'm spitting game. I said, because baby, if y'all going to be Chick-fil-A, be better than Chick-fil-A. Since y'all want to change yourself up and look like Chick-fil-A, you got to be top tier service. I said, because Chick-fil-A would never let they employees argue with us. They wouldn't give us that type of problem. They would have went on ahead and handled it immediately. The food would have been out the window. I'd have been back at home mopping my floors like I had planned to do. Now you done pissed me off. I ain't even went back in the house to clean my floors yet. You feel what I'm saying? So I had to go live because I should have went live while I was in the inside. And I said, and that's what I told him. I said, most folks would have went live and would have exposed y'all right then. I said, but I'm not trying to put y'all out there like that. I'm not one of them. So even though I was pissed off and I was angry and they were in the wrong, I still had compassion and love for these people because I understand they got to pay their bills. And I understand times are hard for everybody right now. But bitch, you don't understand my life. Just because I look like this don't mean I ain't going through something. Don't mean I ain't struggling. You don't know if that was my last dollar. You don't know if you don't know if that was my only means of eating. And so the last thing I need is for you to give me hell when I'm trying to eat. Okay? All I wanted was some hot food, y'all. Now I got to go in here and act a fool. So I won't be surprised if y'all see me on live somewhere. Somebody probably done recorded. And I wouldn't be surprised. Cause I really could have. And part of me is embarrassed because I allowed them to get me out of character. But then at the end of the day, the other part of me really don't give a fuck because they needed to see that because I don't tell how many folk they been, you know what I'm saying, doing their weed, getting away with it. You know, and folks just pulling off and taking it and not saying nothing. Nah, fuck that. I'm not finna keep letting y'all give me shitty service if your food is nasty. If it's cold, if your attitude bad, the energy disrespectful, I'm gonna give you a review. And guess what? The world sees those reviews. So that means people from all walks of life, they come and they read those reviews online. Okay, well, I see that this restaurant has 5 stars. I see that this restaurant has 4.3, 4 point whatever. Let's go check them out. All it takes is for one bad review and your score can go down like that. And you will lose business like that. Okay? So if you want to keep your business up, I suggest you give quality service every time. Not just one time. Not just to your church family. Not just to your best friends. Not just to the green folk and the purple folk. But to all people. And watch your business thrive. But if you give shitty service, you will hurt your business every time. And you will keep finding yourself without a job, or you will keep finding yourself being sent home because the employer can't afford to pay you. Because first of all, it was 10,000 people on the clock in there tonight, and y'all ain't have but 4 customers. That's not good. Because most places would send you home. You ain't finna sit here and ride my clock. My label gonna be high. You got to go. They would have been made cuts. But y'all was standing in there doing nothing. And I'm only one customer, and you couldn't get my shit right the first time, and you expect me not to have attitude. So I feel rightfully so to feel the way that I feel because this hasn't happened once. It hasn't happened twice. It didn't happen 3 times. And I just said I don't give people 3 times. But this is why I snapped, because there was my 4th damn strike. Now, the 3rd time I went, the elderly lady who worked early, she wasn't going to call her elderly lady, but she was an older, mature lady with common sense and dignity, and she cared about her job. She got my food cooked fresh immediately. I ain't had no problem. So that's why I came back. So technically they had 2 strikes, but this was their 3rd strike. So that's why this time when they did it again, I'm like, bro, all I asked y'all to, you know how they say, I gave y'all one job. You had one job, and that job was to cook my shit fresh. I ain't asked you to do nothing else. I ain't asked you for all of this. You don't know what I could have been dealing with. You don't know if I could have just been lost a loved one. You don't know if I could have been stressing about something. You don't know if I'm on the verge of suicide. You don't know if I'm hungry. You don't know if I'm starving or I'm sick. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know if I'm mentally unstable. So you got to be mindful how you talk to people, especially in food establishments, because people are coming to you hangry. When they pull up, they are automatically hangry. They on the edge, and they trying to be calm at least until they get their food. So once you give them some bullshit, automatically you're going to send them over the top because they already were hungry when they pulled up. They were already hungry when they came into your restaurant. And they were already on break when they came into your restaurant. So if I ain't got but 30 minutes on break and I come to get my food and I ask you to cook my food fresh, I understand I ain't got but 30 minutes to get back. I got 30 minutes. So boom, it's going to take about 10 minutes to get my food. Okay, boom. That means I got about 20 minutes to eat my food and get back to work. So don't waste my time. Don't waste my energy. Now, if I got to pull off and find out my food ain't cooked right, now I got to turn back around. Now I got to get y'all to recook my food. Now I got to talk to y'all about it. Now I done wasted 10 more minutes. That's 20 minutes of my break gone. All I got is 10 minutes left. Now I got to rush to get back to work and I ain't even satisfied. Y'all been getting away with shitty service too long, Tuscaloosa. Y'all got too many restaurants in Tuscaloosa and ain't none of them good. It's very few restaurants that I can tell you. I mean, very few. I could count on one hand that I could say is quality, real quality restaurant. And I ain't talking about because they're expensive. I ain't talking about them steakhouses and hibachis in them. I'm talking about it's a restaurant. It's one or two restaurants, 2, 3 maybe that people don't even think about. Those are the best restaurants. But mostly the restaurants in Tuscaloosa are shitty. They stink. They dirty. Your employees don't give a fuck. And that's why you're not thriving. Yep. Sorry, I said it. Somebody had to. So if you're a manager and you're watching me, get your crew in order because the front of your house matter. Make sure your people look good. Make sure they're clean and make sure they got good energy if you want your bills to keep getting paid. Because we living in times right now where we all struggling. We all going through it. It's hard to get a job out here in these streets. It's hard out here in these fields. So if you are in a job right now, you blessed to have that position, take pride in that job. Or find yourself out the door. Out the door, you got to go, B. Out the door, you got to go. Because you're going to mess around and run across somebody like me. And I'm going to mess around and call you out. Or I'm going to do a review. Or I'm going to holler at your manager. Or I'm going to expose your ass. And either way, you're going to be without a job. Because you cross me. So, be careful how you treat folks. Just because we nice don't mean we won't cuss your ass out. That's the problem with folks. Y'all keep getting me fucked up. Y'all think I won't snap on your asses. I choose to spare you. Not because I got it or I'm scared. I walk away the other way because I don't want to have to eat you alive. I stay quiet so I don't have to hurt your feelings. I will hurt a lot of folks' feelings. And not because I want to. Just because I tell the truth. The truth hurts. And I shut up a lot because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. But fuck that. Y'all don't care about hurting mine. Tired of getting my little feeling hurt coming home crying. God, what I did? Why they talking to me like that? I ain't doing that no more. I'm going to stand up for my damn self and cuss your ass out. If you ain't get it right the first time, I'll give you a chance. You ain't get it right the second time, I'll give you another chance. But the third time, you ain't did that wasn't no mistake. That was on purpose. So, I'm done babbling. With that being said, take care of your people. If you call yourself in business or got a business or whatever, okay? Make sure your folks are satisfied. Okay? Make sure if you make a mistake, like let me give my girl a shout out. Jessica do balloon arrangements and stuff. And I saw her recently, she had posted a customer that wasn't satisfied with one of the arrangements. So she decided to resell the arrangement to somebody else. And, she took that, what most people would have looked at as a loss. But she took that with grace and modesty. And I love the way she handled that. So she resold it. She basically apologized to the customer, refunded, I guess. I don't know if she refunded the customer to be money or not. But either way, she made sure her customer was satisfied, even though the customer still didn't get the arrangement. So, moral of the story is she took what seemed like a loss, but really was nothing but a test from God. So, at the end of the day, because she handled it with grace and class and modesty, right? She turned around and got blessed with a bigger offer to do a bigger arrangement for a bigger business. And so, I had to share that post because that's what it's all about. It's like what you think you're losing out, you're not. Walmart and Target don't care about losing one or two things because guess what? They know they're going to always still give good service, right? So at the end of the day, don't worry about, okay, well, I'm losing out. No, you're not going to lose out. If you put it like this, the only way you're going to lose out is if your service is shitty. The only way you're going to lose money is if you keep giving away food and shit for free. Or if you're not cooking it right or you're not making it right, so y'all got to keep remaking it, now y'all throwing it away, that's the only way you're going to lose out. But if you have one customer that's unsatisfied, you got to remake their food, that's not going to hurt your business. It'll actually help your business because that customer will talk good about your business. They'll be like, okay, well, it was messed up, but they had to write it and they corrected it and they handled it with love and they made sure I was happy and da-da-da-da-da. So then that keeps your customers coming, that keeps your business quality good, and that brings more money to your establishment. That's how it's supposed to be. So at the end of the day, the way she handled that was a test to me. That's how I look at it. That was a test from God, showing her like, let me test you and see if you're going to take care of this right. And so she handled that correctly. And because she handled it correctly, she got blessed with a bigger offer. So moral of the story is, don't fuck up your blessings. Don't mess up your blessings. All because of your attitude, your lack of integrity, or modesty, or grace, or respect, or intelligence, common sense. Don't mess up your business because you don't know who you entertaining. Don't mess up your business because you judging a book by its cover. Don't mess up your business because you think you above the program. Don't mess up your business. Because guess what? It took hard work and dedication for you to get that business off the ground. And I suggest you go out your way to keep it off the ground. I love y'all. Stay dope. Stay amazing. Stay you. And most of all, be true. Stay focused.